or they're high enough for this to work, but maybe. I don't really pay attention. So that obviously didn't work. As you can see, basically any move aside from this low recovery kick, every other move allowed me to beat them to the kick by them knocking on the ground. And it's a lot easier because I can do it's easy to do because I've done it so much. And if you can be quick enough to do it, you should be able to beat them to them hitting you first. And I'll get into some other moves that will also benefit you with Hwoarang and people's ground game. But I don't want to get ahead of myself too just yet. We're actually getting pretty close to where I can actually do one of them for you guys. So we're done with those for now. So now we have his wall standing 3. It's -7 on block, so it's not bad. And it does knock down on hit. So this is one of those moves, you do it and then you back off. Pretty much. You have your wall standing 4-4, which, believe it or not, is only -1 on block. Yeah, -1. And then you have his wall standing 3+4, which puts you in right foot forward, back turned. And the reason I point this out actually is because this actually ends up being more useful more times than not. And then you have his wall rising 3+4-3, which, as you guys can see, is natural. Does 36 damage. Is actually 0 on block. So that's really, really good. And I believe if that last hit is countered, it knocks him down. There it is. Yep, knocks him down. And if you get them knocked down, you get a free forward 3 or a down back 4. Or down back 3, whichever you prefer. Forward 4-3 does more damage though. So now we have our side steps. We have our side step 3-3, which is +3 on block and puts you in left foot forward. Or left flamingo stance, my fault. And we have our side step 4, which is actually -12 on block, so that kind of sucks. However, the reason I mentioned this at all is because it's a counter hit launcher, and it puts you on right foot forward. Let's see. Our last move is actually going to be from left foot forward, back turn. And the only real move they have for this is going to be your 4. But there's actually a few other things you can do that the game doesn't mention. Like you can hit a grab button and you can actually hit that. You can actually do some normal grabs just from this stance. You can also do your down. Oh, my bad. A down 3 move. You do down 4. Down 2, down 1. You can. It's actually really good for evading as well. So it's a lot more valuable than just a quick 4. Whatever. So now we're going to get into his right foot forward moves. Yay, we're done with the long part. So let's see. So from his right foot forward, again, if you didn't watch the beginning of the video, to get into his right foot forward stance is just a quick 3+4 input. So you have his 1-1, It's actually -9 on block, so it's not the greatest. Your 2-1 would be better. It's actually 0 on block. You have his 2-3, which is -7 on block. You have his 2-4, which is -8 on block. But if you hold forward, it's actually +7 on block. So 2-4 -8, and then 2-4 forward +7. So a lot of people don't actually use this, but this is actually really, really good for a continuing pressure game. So think about it this way. If you just do 4, this is the fastest you can do the input. And so think about it that way. And then if you hold forward, it's a lot faster. So see this? I'm literally just hitting 2-4. If you hold 2-4 forward, it's a lot faster. The reason I point this out is because Hwoarang is a strong pressure game character. And when I say pressure, I mean he's one of those characters that his stand-up game is amazing. And this is one of those this 2-4 forward move is one of those moves that are going to be really valuable to keeping up the pressure. So I don't want to stay on that move too long though. He has his 2-4-3, which puts you right back into right foot forward. So if you like to be in right foot forward more times than anything else, that'll be a move to use. It's -9 on block, and it knocks down when it hits. You have his 2-4-4, puts you right back in left foot forward, and it's actually -4 on block. So it's actually not bad. And it's a screw attack. You have his 2-back-4 from right foot forward. This is actually a really, really good move. It's actually underused. And I'll actually show you guys here in a little bit a really, really good way to use that particular move. And it should be a lot more effective. I don't want to get into it right now, though, because I'd be getting ahead of myself. We're almost there, though. It's like 2-3 moves away. So let's see. You have his 3-4 strength, puts you in right flamingo stance, and just like before with the wall running moves and the ground up game. Let's see. With the ground up game or whatever. This is actually shit. Why did I do that? With the ground up game, this is actually really good for picking up, especially for people that like to try to get up like that. That was a bad example. Holy crap. Let's just do... No, that's fine. Holy shit. Whatever, I'm done. I'm not going to try that anymore. But typically it's really, really good for picking up. I guess it's not really working for me because I'm trying to do it. Usually I don't really even think about it. I usually just do it. Actually, that's probably better. I don't know. It's worked out for me a few times, but typically if they're getting up and they do the wrong thing, it's been really, really good for picking them up off the ground and doing another combo. I'm not really sure how it works out, I guess. But it works out for me most of the time. So you could try it. It's really good for picking up, and it's really good for continuing combos, as you saw. I mean, if nothing else, you saw that you can see. Holy crap. It's really good for like picking up and continuing a combo. There we go. That's something. It's really good for continuing combos. And hopefully you guys can figure it out better than I can show you. But this is really good for like picking somebody up off the ground. So our next move, and this is a launcher. I kind of wanted to wait, but this is also a homing move, screw attack, and a shield attack, which is going to be your backlash. It's just going to be 3-4, and not quite so fast, not quite so slow. You actually want to hit them pretty quick, like not at the same time, but you want to hit 3 and then 4 really fast. The reason I point this out is because it is a shield, homing, and screw attack, and this is a really good for. It's a really amazing launcher. It's plus 7 on block, so I guess I can't really show you guys right now because. But it has that like screw you effect to it. You have his forward 4, or his forward 4 forward. You could do 4 by itself. It's -8, however. But if you do forward 4 forward, it's gonna turn into +7. You have his 4-3 and his 4-4. His 4-3 is -9, but it does have that forced crouch effect, and it's a high mid, so if they try to duck it, they'll hit. And a 4-4 is -4. It's a screw attack, and it's -4, but it's a high, so it can be ducked. As you guys can see, it's not natural. Let's see. That was 4-3 to put you in left flamingo stance. Now, if you hit 4-3 back, this will actually put you in right foot forward back turned. If you do, then if you just do 4-3, it'll put you in left flamingo. Let's see. You have your down 4-3, which is his homing move and screw attack from his right foot forward. It's -10 on block, so it's a little less safe than his down forward 4 from left foot forward, but it does have more power to it. So it's one of those moves like you can whip it out every now and again, but kind of be careful doing so. You have his down forward 4 from right foot forward. If you hold forward, it'll put you in right flamingo stance. Right down forward 4 by itself is -7, and down forward 4 forward is +7. So it makes it that much more valuable. If you remember from before, I was saying I was talking about the 2-4 forward, little power pressure. I always found to put that down forward 4 in there to be really useful to like making them think to try to duck or whatever, and then add that in there, and it's really good. Plus, it's a really underused move with a lot of value. Like as you guys can see, and its range is not bad. Like as per most of Hwoarang's moves, it's not great, but it has pretty decent range. Let's see. So his next move is going to be your back 2. I love this move, just kind of has because it has that FU effect to it. As well as it's +2 on block.